All right, guys. Dan here. So, looks like I got myself a shop. So, I mean, I'm still going to be mobile, but I've got me a shop to work out of. Hopefully, y'all can hear me, because right there, we've got a concrete saw going. He's almost out the door, so he's almost done, and then I can go in there and show y'all what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm installing a drain down the center right there, and I'll show you more about it in a minute. But this place, it goes way over to there, inside there, but this part right here, well, this part, and then I guess you can't see it, there's a car. There's a car right there, and so you can back in. You can back in and go like that. And matter of fact, there's two cars. There's another one down there. So, you know, I can have 3 vehicles in there with plenty of space to work around them. So I like it. But you know, I'm not a plumber and not a contractor, but I try to be pretty handy, and I try to do everything I can work-wise. And I've got a buddy of mine that is a plumber, and I'm gonna get him to come out here and see what I'm doing, and I'm gonna tell him that I want him to tell me how much he would have charged, like his normal price, if they would have done everything that I'm doing and gonna do. I'll be interested to know, because, you know, I think we started it. So right now we're almost done just cutting the concrete, and then you got to get it all up. You know, I've got like 6 hours in it so far, you know, just cutting, and this isn't even that big of an area. So I'd be interested to hear how much, you know, another company or an actual plumbing company would charge to install this drain like I want it done. And me, I'm not gonna just have it, you know, the 1/4 inch per foot fall. I'm gonna have a catch basin, which is basically just a box with a metal grate on top for the water to drain in. And I'm gonna have a pump in it, which the pump is overkill. It can pump like 55 gallons per minute or something, but it's a sump pump, and so I'm gonna have it pump the water out. I'm gonna have it come out, and then I'm gonna go 90 out over in there somewhere. Also, you can see, you know, I mean, that water from the saw, the concrete saw, ideally you want to use those wet instead of dry. But as you can see, the water's pulling up right here, and, you know, some places out here. So it's got gravel out here till about right in there, but it definitely needs, and see, the pavement ends right there, and it's kind of broken right there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a couple of dump truck loads of crush and run, which is real fine, you know, pieces of gravel, and it actually packs down really well, versus like this stuff here is like the 1/4 inch, you know, mixed up random, but, you know, somewhere around 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch gravel. You know, it's common, but it's fine for filling. Matter of fact, I am gonna have a dump truck load of just crunched up concrete from where, you know, they demolish buildings and stuff, and it'll have some, you know, big chunks in it too, but I'm gonna use that to fill. I'm gonna have it on the bottom just to build it up, and then I'm gonna lay the crush and run on top. But yeah, I'm gonna have the dump truck loads, you know, dropped off here, and then I'm gonna go rent a skid loader And the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna pick it up Saturday morning, and which I'm saving like $150 by. I'm gonna go. I've got a trailer that well, it's my stepdad's, and it's big enough to put us heavy duty enough to put a skid loader on. So we'll save that money by going there and picking it up. But the point is that, you know, if I paid somebody to do what I want to do, to put all this gravel down and them come out here with a skid loader and do this, you know, I'm just gonna guess close to $1,000 to do what I'm wanting to do. Well, yeah, over probably at least 15, probably closer to 2,000, because just each dump truck load, it was around $500 for the 22 tons of rock. And so you figure 2 of those is $1,000, and then a skid loader, which is a bobcat, you know, some people call it, is you know, basically $300 per day, and which this can all be spread out in a day. But I'm gonna have one for 2 days. I got some other stuff I want to do, but anyways, you know, to spread all this out and everything, you know, I'd say someone would probably charge, you know, it'd be $1,500 or better for sure. Now I'm north of Nashville, you know, I'm sure y'all are watching somewhere else, and might be higher, might be lower, but if you can see here, there's, you know, there's mud. Well, if the lighting would cooperate, like that's mud in there, and so, you know, it, but I've got it worked out with the guy that instead of me paying rent, what I'm doing is I'm putting money into, because, you know, this only benefits him by me putting the gravel down, and the drain can't hurt him. I'm planning on, right now this doesn't have heating or cooling. I'm planning on putting that in. Right now the doors are 2 wooden doors. So look at all this mud, like, you know, if it rained or something, can you imagine spending all that time detailing a vehicle and then pulling it out into this? I can't do that. So the drain and the gravel are the first 2 things I'm doing. But as you can see, there's 2 wooden doors that, you know, close shut, and I want a garage door, and I really want to go up. I want to go up. I'd really like to go wider too, but, you know, we're getting kind of expensive, especially if I paid somebody to do it. But if nothing else, I want to put a garage door in, which I know is about $800. So yeah, you can see here where we made our cuts. It goes down, and then right there, if you can see that box, that's a catch basin. And so right there, what he's working on is a square that I've got to dig down, you know, deep enough for that to fit in. And that goes down, and then you see that hole, that green 4-inch PVC will come out of that down here, and then that drain right there, that 6-inch round drain, sits somewhere in here. Oh, if I can get it to. All right, guys. So we had the police department come pay us a visit. It's 1 a.m. here, and this concrete saw is extremely loud. My ears are still ringing. But yeah, so like I said, there's going to be that box. I've got a pump that's going in the box that will pump the water outside and then out over there. So yeah, you can see, you know, he's got 2 vehicles in here, plenty of room to work around. Even this side right here, when you pull a vehicle in, you obviously have plenty of room coming this way, and then you got plenty of room going that way. Only if you pull a long vehicle in here, then you still got room, but it gets closer to the back wall and the door, but it's still doable for sure. So I'm not complaining. And like I said, if I want to, then I can back it in here and back it at an angle or whatever. As far as the drain goes, I'll have a squeegee. It's a squeegee broom basically, that I'll just squeegee the water to the drain. So I'm not worried about that. Originally, I was going to have this thing going down there, but it ended up being the fittings wouldn't work to make it line up with that, so abandoned that. That thing was $140, that 10-foot piece. Stuff's a little more expensive than I thought it was, but yeah. So there's a bathroom over there, which you see the hose pipe running. That's where the water hookup is. I'll do something about that. See that massive fern over there? It's the guy that owns it. He says 3 years old. I would have thought it was older than that. It's massive. But he's got a Mach 1 Mustang under there. We cleaned that for him the other day. Did a rinseless wash on it in here. And then this is, I think, one of his daughter's cars. I didn't know and realize till we were already in it that he left the windows down, and there, ton of concrete sawdust from, as you can see, a layer of concrete dust on there in the windshield from before we had the water turned on. And but I told him the other day, that's the car cover wasn't on there till today, I think, because I gave him fair warning. I told him there's going to be a ton of concrete dust, so I don't know why he left that open. I actually thought he was moving both these, or at least this, out. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video, show y'all that I've got something in the works. I plan on, I'm going to be putting a decent amount of money in this place. That's what I was saying, though, I think, before police officer. So got it worked out with him that instead of paying rent, I'm putting money into, doing work to the place, and, which benefits him as well. The drain can't hurt him. That's something that definitely benefits me or somebody, that would need a drain. But, putting the gravel down out there, heating and air in here, a garage door, all these things benefit him as well. Got that compressor for here at the shop, because I'm still going to have my mobile set up, but I'm going to try to convert as much work here to the shop as I can. But I know the mobile thing has got a huge convenience factor that I don't think people really value enough, that coming out to them and working on their schedule. But yeah, that's the 29 gallon. It's belt driven, and it's probably half the noise of that 21 gallon. That 21 gallons at 2.5 horsepower, but the pump is directly hooked up to the motor. That's a 2 horsepower motor, but it's belt driven. But this thing's much quieter, which I wouldn't have been able to stand that 21 gallon compressor in here. Which, not to mention, that's got a little bigger tank on it, but the main thing is that it produces more CFM. It's able to, like this air hammer here, it's able to keep up with that, and that thing uses a lot of air, especially turned up. But so yeah, I got all kinds of stuff going. It's a mess in here right now, but that's how this stuff works. So, you know, hopefully I'll get the play, and I plan on, you know, forget what it's called, but like the coating, the paint that's meant to go on concrete. You know, I'd want to like white with like the black or gray specks in it is probably what I'd want to put down. That'll also help brighten the place. Lighting, obviously. He just put in the lighting that's in here. Evidently, this lighting wasn't in here. And, you know, this is fine like for basic, but as far as over here where I'll be doing the cars, I'll definitely be doing some things with more lighting. And like I said, putting that white floor coating down will brighten the place up, make it look a lot better too. So, but yeah, guys, so if y'all have any questions about it, this is something that, you know, I encourage anybody to do as far as doing as much work as you can yourself, and because you can save yourself a lot of money. You know, you just can't be scared. You got to jump in and do it. But yeah, if y'all have any questions about this, leave it down in the comments. And until the next one, y'all either be good at it.